Yes. Do we have audience? Yes. So I think the audience is here and people have been asking about the quiz. We will start the quiz in a couple of minutes. Before we go ahead, Saransh, do we want to give them the rules? Um, I think it's fairly simple for everybody who's asking. We will give you a link in the chat box, which we will paste right now. And then after that, we will begin the quiz. You will have about 30 seconds. Am I right, Saransh? 30
Yeah,
seconds
yeah.
to answer each question. So we would suggest that you will listen to us on the Zoom link, but keep the quiz web page open. And you'll have to answer on that web page itself, which is the question will turn up for you and you have to click the answer and submit on that web page itself. We know that some of the people who have joined us here today have already been a part of the first two rounds of the quiz, and that have happened on our Instagram channel and also on Books on Delhi Metro's Instagram channel. For the sake of those participants, we will have a reservation reservation type model where we will where you have one question cut off or one question advantage over the others, which basically means that even if you have answered one question wrong, we will be considering you as one question up, because you have won the two previous rounds of the quiz, or one of the two previous rounds of the quiz. Otherwise, the rules are fairly simple. Just answer the questions in 30 seconds. We have 20 questions in this quiz. And then we have a few questions as a tiebreaker. And please do not type any answers out on the chat box, or any of the audience members who is not participating in the quiz, we request you to not type answers out in the chat box at all. And especially even if you're answering or asking questions, make sure that you're sending it only to panelists and not all panelists and participants. The second thing is, we will obviously take little breaks and speak about the trivia that we are going to be quizzed about. And as you know, or I could provide more context, we are going to have some prizes for the quiz. The first prize winner is going to get a Kindle or a voice assistant device or earbuds, depending on what you'd prefer to take and what you already have. The second two runner-ups, then we pick two other runner-ups, and the runner-ups get to have will get a full subscription, open subscription for one whole year to our app Another. The advantage with that is so many people have been asking us about where they can get the archived content for the long weekend of literatures. It's all on it. It will all be on it in the near future. And another housekeeping rule is, once the quiz is done and once the draw round is also done, Saransh and I here will take a few minutes to tabulate the winners. So we request you to hold on for that time. And the next thing is, once the winners are announced, we would this is a very important rule, that once the winners are announced, we'd like you to drop your email IDs in the chat box here. You can drop it to just panelists and not the attendees to help privacy. Once you drop the email ID, we will write to you early next week. If you are the winner and you have dropped the email ID, we'll write to you early next week to help to give you the codes for the app, and also to understand from you which of the gifts you'd want if you are the first prize winner. Yeah, that's more or less the rules. Saransh, did I miss anything that you would like to cover?
I think that covers everything.
Okay, perfect. So Saransh, would you like to drop the first 20 question quiz link on the chat box?
Yes.
And to all the audience members, you can reply and let us know if you've been able to open it.
So you have to register using our name. In case if you find any difficulties throughout the process, you can ask us. We have time bound questions. So we will play the next questions at our own pace. So bear with us.
Yeah.
So that is the link.
That's the link that you can all see. We request you to write down your full names in case, because that will help us be more clear in the future as well. if you have already participated in the quiz before, we request you to use your full name as it is on your Instagram profile, so that we can match you better. We will give you a few minutes to open this and sign in. If you could just raise hands, if this link is working for you, everybody, if you could, that'd be great. All right. Okay. Awesome. We got Vineet, Nandini, KK, Meetali, Ankit, Suhasini, Akanksha, Atira, Bharti, Garima, Jaspreet, Pranita, and Vidya. Would love to know from you if this link is working for you as well. Just raise your hands and we will know. Ankit's raised, Suhas. Okay. Okay, awesome. We have a few people left. Vidya and Pranita. Saransh, can you tabulate how many people are on the quiz by any chance?
12.
So we have like about 2 people, I think, Jaspreet and Atira. We will give you 1 more minute and then I think we'll start. Okay, Pranita has raised hand. That's 13. I think we should just begin, yeah.
Okay.
I'm also just logging in to see what's happening, but yeah.
Okay.
Start. Okay, so the first question, I'm going to read this out, but you can keep track there. Which biblical figure is the subject of the famous sculptures by both Michelangelo and Donatello? The options are David, Mary, and Joseph. Yep, I think that was a fairly simple one. A lot of people have gotten that right. We're at 64%. That's wonderful. Okay. The answer is David, for everybody's benefit, though shows you think of David, I think. So, and that's a question from Italy. Yeah, so we also have questions that span across different genres and countries, and also the long weekend of literature itself. Saransh has prepared all of these questions, super exciting questions for us. Yeah, Saransh, do you have any trivia to share, or would you like to move on to the next question?
I mean, like, yeah, let's see how people fare. I think it's interesting to see, because these, like, questions are from a range of themes. It's from sports, it's from GK, art, culture. I think, like, I try to, like, assimilate as many things as possible. So let's see what is your forte.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is the next question.
Okay, I'm going to read it out. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle immortalized which Swiss location by naming it as the location for the final physical altercation between Sherlock Holmes and his greatest foe, Professor Moriarty. Options: Baker Street, the Matterhorn, Reichenbach Falls.
Yeah, this is just, I think, a hint that, like, this is one of the final episodes of the series Sherlock.
That's my favorite
series.
Oh, yeah, it is my favorite series. Man. Okay, we got the answers, and I feel like a lot of people have been watching it and reading Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
So glad though, it's great content.
Yeah. I think, like, I still will remember the fall, which indicated the falls here.
Yeah.
So next is a sports question.
Yes, and that question was from Switzerland. So yeah, just pulling on geography and literature both together, or pop culture and Benedict Cumberbatch, if you want to see it that way. Yeah, Saransh, can we go to the next question?
Yeah, just the correct answer is the last, the one.
Yeah, the Reichenbach Falls. Sorry, I didn't announce that. Yeah.
So this is the next question.
Okay, the next question is, which country has won the most Eurovision titles? Options: France, Luxembourg, and Ireland.
We do have 30 seconds, so you can just like take your time and then click the options.
Yeah, I feel like 30 seconds is a lot for like the shorter questions now.
Yeah,
Lamba lamba, abhi.
yeah.
Oh, interesting. We got the answers. It's 62% on Ireland, and that's the right answer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I like this audience. Everybody seems pretty like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So, okay, Ireland is the correct one. This is the next question.
Let's jump. Okay, the
Yeah.
next question is, how many official languages does the European Union have? Your options are 24, 25, and 26. Sorry for confusing you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
What? सबको पता है, तुक्के मार रहे हैं सब.
Just to confuse you, there are 27 members in EU. So,
Yeah, and the languages are 24. Okay, that's nice. Did was there a question paper leak by any chance?
I think so. Or like, we could have just like, there
Yeah,
is super fast internet to help you.
yeah,
I hope not, though.
yeah,
Okay, so this is the next question.
yeah,
And I think it's pretty easy, I think.
yeah. Which is the largest art museum in the world? The Louvre, Reject Museum, Uffizi Art Gallery are your options.
Okay. Just 3 seconds to go. Yeah, I mean, almost everyone got
Yes.
it right. Yeah, yeah. Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That question is obviously from France. I don't think we should tell you that. Or
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, definitely. And I mean, I guess like a lot of us have gotten accustomed to Louvre by the multiple books that have been written, especially Da Vinci. I think like
The
it's made
full Mona Lisa
everything.
reference, yeah.
Yeah, Da Vinci Code also has just like blasted it to the moon. Yeah, yeah,
And also just the fact that the Mona Lisa is there, right? Like it's
yeah,
just
yeah,
everybody just keeps talking about it. And there are so
yeah,
many movies. I think so many movies are just set in Paris.
yeah,
Like American movies, especially. Now I would like to see like, and even when Indian movies are shot in Switzerland, I don't think they speak about the place or like going around Zurich as much. I mean, that's just like, the movies are just there dancing. We don't really know much. But Paris, on the other hand, is just everybody's there and like knows stuff. So I think it makes sense that that answer was just that given by everybody, and the proportion of right choices or like people who picked the right answer was just so high. Super glad.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it is one of the most visited museums in the world, and even though 2020 actually impacted footfall everywhere, I think like it's still the attendance plunged by 72%. So I mean, 2 to 2.7 million. 2.7 million is a lot actually. So yeah, that just tells you how famous it is. Okay, so this is the next question.
Before we go on to the next question, did you already activate it?
No.
I was actually going to ask you and people if they can share in the chat, what's your favorite museum in India? Do you visit museums and which one's your favorite? Saransh, do you have a favorite museum?
Doll Museum, of course. I think that's the creepiest museum that like attracts me.
Attracts you? Yeah, I remember going there as a child. People are telling us the answers. Anybody? Mine is Salarjung. I hated it as a child, but now I love it. Like, although it's just humongous.
Yeah, yeah, it
Yes,
is.
you are from India and you can play the quiz. We are sorry we missed that earlier. Um, Okay. National Science Museum. That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one that I really liked is the Vishveshwaraya Museum in Bangalore. It's really interesting. I don't know why I visited that, but it was one interesting museum.
Yeah. I mean, I hope that I do visit that museum whenever I visit Bangalore because it's been a
Bangalore.
while. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, NGMA. Someone, Ankit. Yeah, of course.
yeah. Of course, of course. Love the tote bags from there. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody says Nehru Memorial Museum. That's nice. I actually even liked. I don't know if we consider Sabarmati a museum, but it was interesting to go there. That was and one of my favorites is also the Arunachal Pradesh Museum. It's called the Jawaharlal Nehru State Museum in Arunachal Pradesh, and it has all these dioramas of all the 26 tribes of Arunachal Pradesh. It's in Itanagar. I think that's a really interesting museum, and it's not something that we know more about or like
Yeah,
out on a daily basis. It's pretty cool.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, can we move on?
yeah.
The next question, guys, everyone. Okay, Italy is home to which microstate? The options are Venice, Milan, and Vatican.
Ten seconds left. Interesting part is that they have their own currency. This microstate.
I feel like the answer, oh, it's 67%, and the answer is Vatican.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm very surprised that the Louvre had more right answers, and so did Reichenbach Falls than the Vatican.
I
Oh.
guess like people are more into art museums than other stuff, I guess.
But Vatican is an art museum in itself, you know. It's just,
Yeah, which is so true.
yeah, it's just it's just interesting that I'm actually surprised by that. I thought this would be like 100% answer, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I also thought so. Yeah.
yeah. I thought it was like, oh, ये तो easy है, हाँ ठीक है, एक easy छोड़ देते हैं types. But
Yeah,
very interesting.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And Venice and Milan are cities within Italy. Uh, yeah.
Yeah. And Vatican City has their own currency, by the way, in case if you visit Vatican City, they do give you as a, I mean, like you can have the currency as a souvenir.
And it also has the Pope, and it also has the Pieta. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's interesting. Okay, do we move to the next question?
Yeah. Done.
Okay. Which among the following countries remained neutral during World War II by 1945? Almost by the time it ended. That's an
By the
interesting.
time it ended. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bit difficult because I think like a lot of countries were neutral by the start of the World War, but by the end of it, very few remained.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm very interested to see this. Oh, again, we have a majority right answer, and the answer is Portugal. That's right.
Yeah, yeah,
Austria was never neutral. We started the World War One started with the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand, and Austria was one of the players. Yeah, Portugal is the right answer, guys. And then there's Netherlands in the other options. That's
yeah.
very interesting. What's your favorite World War II trivia? Or did you have like when you studied history in school, did you like support one country or one side? Saranj, what about you?
I don't think so. I mean, like there were like multiple players, but I did feel bad for France. Because a very interesting fact, rather, that when during the World War II, when Germany had reached Louvre, they actually took a lot of art pieces back home, a lot of art pieces actually got lost as well. Um, yeah, yeah.
That's
But
what
yeah, no
love to
favorites as of
no
now.
favorites. I had a favorite. Poland for some reason was my favorite. Like I was just like, oh, okay, I will just make Poland my favorite. It wasn't like you're reading it in eighth grade and you're just like, yeah, I'll pick a country to. And then I started feeling bad for Turkey after a while for some reason. So
Mhm.
it was just. It was an interesting shift. Would love to know from the audience what their experiences, or do you know any interesting stories from the World War One or two? That'd be super. I remember that one story from Before Sunset, if you've seen the movie, where they talk about where the main character is basically telling, where Jesse is the name. Yeah, Jesse is basically telling Celine about some story about the Notre Dame, where they wanted to bomb it, but they couldn't because they were protecting it, or it was so beautiful. I can't exactly remember the story, but I think there's so many nice stories that come out of history that like you just want to remember.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Meetali says history book didn't focus on the situation of common people during both the wars. That's true. I think it was a brush of common people. Like in history, I feel like were written off as this is the death number, um, and this is what has happened. This is the yeah. I think that's what it's really done. That when you study about Stalingrad, for instance, you're just like, okay, these many people died, and you're just that's it's so interesting. Thanks so much for bringing that up, Nitali, because somebody we had a conversation about writing diversity into history yesterday with Anna Philomena Amral and Achal Malhotra. They were talking they spoke a lot about human impact, and that's probably the reason why you the point that you made over there is precisely why we actually had that session in the first place. um all right. The Horrible Histories, KK says the Horrible Histories book series focused a lot on common people during the wars. Very dark, but super interesting. Thanks so much for sharing that, KK. If anybody else has any book suggestions on any of these topics, please do share in the chat. I will actually, and you can send it to all the all the participants. I'm sharing KK's message with everyone because that'd be if anybody wants to check out these books, they can. Do we go to the next question?
yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
What is the French equivalent of the American Oscars? The options are the Caesar Award, the Lumiere Award, and the Francois Chalet Prize. Sorry about that last pronunciation. Francois Chalet.
Just a small hint. Yeah. Anyway, the polling
They
is
did not
over.
need hints.
Yeah, yeah, they didn't.
What was the hint you were going to give?
That it's the National Film Award of France.
Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. It's just we could. Does anybody watch French movies here? Do you have suggestions? And if you do, please drop in the chat box. We'd love to know. I actually want to check out more French films because I'm trying to learn. I mean, I've been trying to learn French for the longest time. Eternal learner. Oxygen, Nandini says. Thanks, Nandini. All right.
It was held on 12th March. In case if someone wants to check out the 2021 list. Anyhow,
Cool. Then let's go to the next question.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Name the author from our lineup today or yesterday who wrote a reinterpretation of Henrik Ibsen's famous play A Doll's House. This is a long weekend of literature's question, guys.
Yeah. So if anyone was following the introductions or they were following our page, they would know this question.
I feel like I already gave half a clue while reading out that question. um, Interesting turn of events, Saranj.
Yes, that's true.
I love it. Guys, you have not been following the long weekend of literatures enough, as we have learned.
Yeah.
The answer to that question is actually Merite Pridis Hele, and it is actually the Dane author Merite, and not Tiffany Tavernier, who's the French author. Thank you. For those who answered it right, yay! You have been here and listening in, or you have picked it just like that. But
Yeah.
congratulations. You
Yeah,
have
and
another LWEL question, just by the way. I'm letting the audience know in advance. Yes, Saranj.
yeah. In case if you still wish to listen to them, you can actually like visit our YouTube channel later whenever we upload it.
Yeah, you can actually that's right, we are archiving everything, as I mentioned to you earlier during the session. So you can go and subscribe to House of Belong on YouTube, so that the second we upload all these sessions, it sends you a notification. You can also follow us on social media, so as and when we upload and archive all the content on social media, you can check it out. But obviously social media runs on algorithms, so you might miss it. But if you just subscribe to our YouTube channel, you will catch it in a high probability. All right, do we want to go to the next question?
Yeah.
Okay. For which novel was the Nobel Prize winning author Olga Tokarczuk awarded the Man Booker International Prize for 2018?
A Polish writer.
Yeah, we got the
Amazing.
sorry, yeah.
Yeah, and the correct answer is Flights.
That's awesome. Yeah. And we
Yeah.
got a lot of 60% of the people getting it right. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Awesome. We jump
Yeah.
to the next question.
Yep.
What country is a setting for a Shakespeare tragedy that begins with the line, two households, both alike in dignity? Option choices: Greece, Austria, and Italy. Saransh is going to give us trivia, Shakespearean trivia after this. Oh, wow. Italy is the right answer, guys. We have like
Yeah.
73% of the people answering it right. Yes. Saransh, tell us about the novel, the play. And
Romeo and Juliet, of course. Um,
I would love for all the audience to start some Shakespeare fanning right now. So tell us your favorite Shakespeare plays, and actually tell us your favorite Shakespeare first lines or like one-liners, or what are those monologues? Yeah, would love to know this. Hamlet, yes, Meetali, yeah. I think that's a high five there. Or to be or not to be, yes, that's probably one of my favorites. I also like the Hamlet's father's ghosts monologue. Like it's not really a monologue. It could be called a monologue. Romeo Juliet, King Lear, that's an interesting one. Yeah. I think I like not many people pick King Lear actually but I actually discovered back in ninth grade that King Lear is probably one of the easier plays to like actually perform on stage, because we had like group play competition and everybody else picked like Hamlet and Romeo Juliet, and we picked King Lear and I was narrating it and we
wow.
won it. And it was just like, it was no fuss play. Everybody else is like Hamlet ka bhoot kha se laye, isko stool pe chadana hai and all that stuff, and King Lear was just interesting.
Yeah. Two people have raised their hands. Do you wish to say something? If yes, then you could just message us.
Use the chat. Just to panelists, Akanksha and Suhasni. Oh, Much Ado About Nothing is a good choice. Antonio's speech, yes, of course. ICSE students, I sense it. If you are, high five there.
Yeah.
Yes, and we did it dramatically and performed King Lear on our school stage. Oh yeah, you did that too. See, it really works. King Lear is really like
Oh.
the solution. Merchant of Venice by Shakespeare. That's an interesting choice, Bharti. Yeah.
Just a trivia that Romeo and Juliet wasn't the name that was used initially. It was called the most excellent and lamentable tragedy of Romeo and Juliet. But yeah, very interesting things actually one can learn from random websites on Google.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
It's very interesting. No Macbeth fans here because Macbeth is one very interesting play. Natalia, Othello, Macbeth are super interesting.
yeah, yeah.
I know Hamlet and Julius Caesar just tend to take the cherry and the slice and the cake sometimes, but Macbeth and Othello are pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm actually very, very, very excited to see King Lear also in one of the answers, and Much Ado About Nothing. Yes, The Tempest as well. Yeah, yeah. And the 12th Night. Who remembers the 12th Night? That was a very interesting one. And also the exploration of gender in 12th Night. I think people don't talk about it enough. Um, Macbeth was freaky. Zainab, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
The 12th Night is in your course. Oh, okay. Is the full is it a full play or is it an abridged version? I think we should. The full play. Yeah, I think when I first read it, I think I was in seventh grade, and it was an abridged version, and I actually hadn't checked out the full thing. Back then, they focused more on the story and less on the themes itself. So I think I realized in retrospect about the whole gender crossover, the conversation that can be had in 12th Night because of that. So yeah, so interesting. Love some Shakespeare conversations. Hi to the ICSE students out there, and hi-fi. Anyone remembers uterus falling out themes from 12th Night? Yeah, I do. I do. I feel like I should revisit and read it again with the awareness I have right now versus the one I had when I was younger. But yeah, thanks so much for sharing that, guys. I think we can move to the next question now.
Yeah. This is the next question. Which John Le Carre novel is partly set in Moscow, London, and Lisbon?
Your options are The Looking Glass War, The Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, The Spy.
Looking Glass War, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. All right, so here is the correct answer.
Which
Very few people actually opted for it correctly. The Spy Who Came In from the Cold.
yeah. I also think Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy was a movie recently. A few it's
Yeah,
got this huge star cast, and I feel like it just like people just went for it because it's a more familiar name.
yeah, which is so true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was an insanely huge star cast. I was just like, wow, this is just too many people on one movie.
yeah, yeah. The author died last year. They passed away, and I think like everyone kind of revisited their novels.
Awesome. Thank you for that question, Saranj, and for the trivia. Do we move on to the next one?
Yeah,
Okay. There's a picture now. What do you call a
yeah.
Spanish omelet, guys? The options are tortilla, fideuà, and paella. Paella. Sorry, I'm supposed to be not pronouncing the L's.
There's a pictures there.
I love Spanish omelets.
Yeah, yeah. I made it couple of times. I think like it's fairly easy and like quite delicious.
This is so interesting, Sarah.
Yeah,
The answer choices.
50-50.
Do you wanna? It's the answer is tortilla de patatas, guys. It's tortilla. Uh,
Yeah,
and I think they add a lot of vegetables in there, and potato is one of the key ingredients.
yeah. Key ingredients, yes.
Yeah, love the Spanish omelet. And on that note, I would love to know what your favorite European dishes are. Drop it in the chat, and it's time to just talk food right now after speaking about Shakespeare and museums and art. Let me know. Let me know. I can cook a lot of Italian food, Saransh. What about you? Um,
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think like Italian has been like a go-to cuisine for a lot of us. But if I have to name something very unique, it would be. I hope like desserts are included in the list.
yeah, of course, of course, desserts are included in the list.
Yeah, so strudel actually is something that I love.
That's awesome.
Um, yeah,
We have a lot of French answers here. Nandini says croissant. Um, yeah, Zainab like quiche. Okay, schnitzel. Um, I also yeah. Any gnocchi fans here? Would love to know that.
yeah,
Making gnocchi from scratch is a thing.
yeah.
Pesto on absolutely anything. That's awesome. Pesto goes well with poha, guys. Please kill me, but that's true. Like, pesto does go well with poha. Just try it next time, and if it doesn't work, please don't send me hate mail or send me. That's cool. I'll take the hate mail. Thank you so much. Do we go to the next question?
Yeah.
Oh, currywurst. Ah, okay. Jumping to the next question, everyone. There's another picture, and now it's a dessert. What do you call an Austrian dessert that is sweet almond paste dipped in chocolate? I'm not saying,
Very,
yeah,
yeah. It's a very popular dish uh, among European audiences.
I think, yeah. I feel like it's also an Indian audience popular. Like, people are going to get this right. I have a feeling.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. Oh, not just right, Saransh. That's a full right.
Yeah,
100%.
amazing.
We beat Louvre, guys. Congratulations. Desserts beat museums. That's the lesson that we are learning from this quiz. And
Yeah.
so I think. Sorry about that museum fans. And yes, now we would love to know your favorite desserts from Europe. Pesto on poha, what is this sacrilege? Sorries, and please don't send me hate mail. You should try it.
Uh,
I'm sorry about it, but pesto on poha works. It's basically the same thing. If you think about it, food across the world is similar. Like,
what are you saying?
Mexican food and Punjabi food is basically the same thing, guys. Come on, it's rajma chawal, rajma stew.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
see,
bye.
yeah, mostly same. Malayali food is similar to Kerala. Malabar cuisine is similar across Southeast Asia and Sri Lanka and Burma. See, Banoffee pie. Yeah, yes, that's a
Yeah,
great choice. Tiramisu fans in the house anywhere? That's also a great choice.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, do we go to the next question?
Yes.
I love that Chris is still here. Hi, Chris. Are you also participating in our quiz? And we'd love to get your answers on these fun things as well. Like, we'd love to know what your favorite dessert is, for instance. Or if you want to come into the panelists, please let us know. We'll do that as well. And raise your hand and we'll pump you up.
Yeah.
I think you know more about all these things than we do, and we're just saying anything.
Definitely.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the next question.
With an EPI, Environmental Performance Index score of 82.5, this country is the most environmentally friendly country in the world. Options: Sweden, Norway, Denmark.
Just 3 seconds to go.
By the way, Saransh, I've also answered some of these questions, so just like when you're tabulating it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the answer is pretty clear, and most people have gotten it right.
Yeah.
The answer is Denmark, guys.
Yeah.
80% of the people have gotten it right. I'm glad we're keeping track of those things.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry for actually confusing you with countries which are just adjacent to each other. But yeah.
I realized when like Saransh was making quiz questions and we were going through them that Saransh has this affinity towards just putting things really close to each other, like the EU number of languages
Yeah.
by 26. And I remember sending correction key, thoda kicho idhar udhar, and like it just went. I'm just like, yeah, okay, let's confuse people now.
Yeah. But good that like people actually knew the answer.
Yeah, it's a very important question, I think, and I'm so glad that people are keeping track of that.
Yeah.
Okay, do we move? Do we have any other trivia about this, Saransh, or do we move to the next question?
Yeah, I think like we can move to the next question unless until people want to know what the environment performance index is. But yeah, I mean, it's basically scores people on sustainability around the world, and yeah, I mean, like you should actually try to find out where India stands. And if you don't know already, India secured 168th rank in EPI Index 2020. So that's yeah.
That's another hundreds in our kitty, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to make this political, but
Let's see where we go from here.
the hunger index, the petrol,
Oh
your
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
cool. Like, can we go to the next question?
Yes.
Okay, which castle in Europe was used as a filming location of both the Philosopher's Stone and the Chamber of Secrets in the Harry Potter series? Alnwick Castle, Edinburgh Castle, Balmoral Castle. Wow, Saransh. I'm in the crown right now.
Yeah. The courtyard of this castle was used for the for flying, essentially. So if you remember our wizards with their broomsticks for the first time, this is the castle. So 50% of them actually guessed it right. It's Alnwick Castle in Britain.
Yeah. Can't believe Balmoral was one of the options, but thanks.
Yeah, so all these castles have appeared in Harry Potter series. However, this one actually appeared specifically in these two series,
Yeah. Harry
these
Potter also
two
is a
films.
nice
Yeah,
entry to asking people, please tell us which one was your favorite book or movie, guys.
yeah.
And also, no pressure if you're not a Harry Potter fan who's not read the books, please.
Yeah, yeah.
I have not read the books. Maybe I've read two. Yeah. Tell us if
So,
you are a fan, because I know how interested people are in asking about that all the time. Saransh, did you read the books and which one is your favorite?
no, I didn't read the books. I think like when I was, God knows what age I was when I watched my first Harry Potter film, but I was quite young. So like after watching the film, I was like, do I need to like read the book? But then yeah, that's how it goes.
people have opinions here. I mean, I feel like J.K. Rowling is a controversial question right now, but someone says dash JKR, but Chamber of Secrets is wonderful.
Yeah,
Agree.
yeah.
That's actually my first Harry Potter book. Somebody gifted it to me and I read it. But I like The Prisoner of Azkaban as a movie better though. It's a more interesting movie, well made.
Very interesting. Yeah.
Thanks so much. I feel like the JKR conversation is an entirely different conversation that we can't fit in here. And yes, the opinion is very rightfully right. But yeah, we'll next go to the next question.
Yeah. So we are coming to the close of our quiz, people. Just be alert.
Pardon?
Okay. We're coming to a close,
Yeah, the
but
last questions, yeah. What caused the death of the last king of Hungary, Charles IV? Revolution of 1918, dengue, pneumonia.
something which was quite common during those days.
There's also the
But
Spanish influenza, which was very common during those days.
very.
Zainab, why are you sending us answers in chat box? Oh yeah. It is pneumonia. Most people got it right. 50% of the people got it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, Zainab, there was a link on which you were supposed to answer. Okay. Take it later, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you joined late, did you? That could have been what happened. Can we go to the next question?
Yeah.
Guys, we have two more questions. Which country will host the 2024 UEFA European Football Championship? Options are Italy, Germany, France. Now we will discuss football after this. I am very excited. Not league football, not club football.
Oh wow. Amazing. Most of the people actually got this right.
Yep. So, which country do you all support, guys? Please tell us that also. Who are you going to support at Qatar 2022? Love to know this. I used to have a bunch of teams I used to support, and now I'm not sure about them anymore. Tell us, very excited, Saransh, who do you support?
I mean, I don't follow football quite a lot, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to, insult the games by just guessing one country, randomly.
Interesting. I mean, they're winning. They keep winning, not this time though, but yeah. Love all the keeper jokes that come in.
Yeah, Italy won the last time, so perhaps Italy.
The last time? Oh,
yeah,
you mean
they were the champions.
FIFA was France last time, right? Or am I getting this wrong, right? No, I'm getting this right, I think. One of the questions was also in the quiz. I remember the second quiz was also which minute did Andre Iniesta score the winning goal in the 2010 World Cup final? The answer was 116th minute, 116th minute. And that was one of the most epic moments in recent FIFA football World Cup. Apart from some of the weird matches, if you remember the Brazil versus Germany match a couple of FIFAs ago. Cuisine questions were very interesting. Are we done with the cuisine questions? I think we are.
Yes, we are.
Sorry. Do we go to the next question?
Yes. Here it is.
In which year did Switzerland officially gain its independence? 1648, 1650, 1660. Saransh, yaar. Look at, it's not even like we have
Amazing.
an option, you know, like ऐसे थोड़ा
Yeah.
deduction नहीं कर सकते इसमें से.
Yeah, let's see how many of them actually like guess it and how many do know the answer. I think like yeah.
You know, the guessing game would become tougher if we had like 5 options, like
Yeah,
or something.
yeah. Oh, but most of them actually got it right. Amazing. Yeah, the correct answer is 1648. They gained independence from the Holy Roman Empire.
Okay, we jump to the last question, guys. And if we have a tie after this, we will have 3 more questions just for the tiebreakers.
Yeah. So here it is.
In 2018, this author was included in Forbes 30 Under 30 Europe in the media and marketing category. They also are the creator of award-winning campaigns for feminist alliance and against racism. The options are Kubra Vumuse, Ronya Ottoman, and Hadija Hernan Orkal. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce this. Hadija Hernan Orkal.
Yeah. Again, a question from our literature festival, in case if you have been following us.
I feel like this people have been following.
Yeah.
The answer is Kubra, guys. Kubra was in a panel discussion on women, innovation, and the internet yesterday with Nilanjana Roy, and it was moderated by Urmi Bhattacharya. It was one of the most interesting panel discussions that we've had the opportunity to be a part of. We are going to archive it and present it on our YouTube channel later. We hope you get the chance to check it out. And those of you who were on the panel would love to hear from you what you thought about it. It was an amazing session. Thanks, Bharti. I remember you were there. Yeah. It was really, and it was, the audience was interacting so actively, and it was just a treat to watch Kubra and Nilanjana talk about the internet and the architecture and whether it is really made for women. Thank you so much for joining there.
Yeah.
Do we move to the next question? Because I think we have about 20 minutes left.
So we are done with the questions, but I just saw the results and the top 3 people. Shall I share them on screen
Well,
on
yeah,
Zoom?
you can. Top 3 people, do they have different answers, or
The same points, interestingly.
share it, then we have to do the tiebreaker, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to do the tiebreaker live, or do you want to do the tiebreaker on the quiz? What I mean, do the tiebreaker live, people can just drop in their answers to panelists, and it'll be easier for us to keep track.
I hope they do that and not answer it before the people answer it themselves.
Okay.
But yeah, but the 3 top. Just a minute. I'll just share the screen. So the 3 top people, the 3 mm, um,
Nandini and
winners are Kehkashan Bhagat and Nandini Killa and Meetali Gupta. So last year, did any of them actually participate in the quizzes the last time?
you'll have to give us a minute to cross check that, guys, so that we either have a clear winner or we don't. But we still have to do the draw in other cases um, because we also have the 2 runners up to decide.
Yeah, yeah.
Please give us a minute, guys. We'll just be back.
So in case if you missed this information, we'll be checking in case if people had participated in our quizzes before, and if they had qualified in the past, then they'll automatically be given +2 points.
Saranj, could you also tell me who's on number 4 and 5, because we'll have to tabulate that as well.
Oh yeah. So on number 4 is Bharti Chitnavis. I'm so sorry in case if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly. On 5, it's Vineet Unni.
Okay. And 1, 2, 3 is Kehkashan, Nandini, and Meetali.
Yeah, with 16 points each. Bharti with 13 points and Vineet with 12 points.
No, we actually don't have that. We might have to just go for the draw questions. None of the top five have been in the quiz before.
Yeah.
Do we go to? I think we'll have to also take Suhasini into this because are we? 1 second. Are we just doing the draw for the top 3?
As of now, yes. I mean, Suhasini did participate in the last quiz,
Yeah.
right?
Unless we are doing draw for the top 3 only.
Yeah. So Suhasini, with the advantage that we're giving, would be 13 points. So yeah, 3 points.
Why don't we do Kehkashan, Nandini, Meetali, Bharti, Vineet, and Suhasini for the next quiz?
Sure.
Or actually, no, let's just, Suhasini would be 13 points, but that will not take Suhasini with Meetali, Nandini, and Kehkashan, right? That's a lot of gap there.
Yeah. So yeah,
So
that would be fine.
between the top 3 guys. We'll just, because the gap is really high and we can't consider the consideration for the previous quiz accommodation is 2 points and the gap is beyond that 2 points. We'll just do Meetali, Nandini, and Kehkashan for the top 3. And maybe Saransh, could we readjust the amount of time there is to answer those questions? Or that's...
Let me just do that. And then
if you screen share and readjust the time to 20 seconds, unless the questions are too long. Are the questions too long?
The questions aren't too long, but let me just check. Just a minute. I'll just stop share and then check.
Yeah, thank you so much. So yeah, just readjust the time and we'll go for... And this time, guys, we Kehkashan, Nandini, and Meetali, we will also consider the time. So in case all 3 of you get all 3 right, we'll just go with the winner who's done the shortest amount of time. The shortest amount of time, and the other 2 become runners up. What we will do is the link, even if others answer, I mean, we can just share the link commonly. Even if others answer, we'll just consider only Kehkashan, Nandini, and Meetali's. Or do we want to share with them only?
I mean, I think, yeah, I mean, will you be reading out the questions? If that, I mean, if we are, then I think like, I mean, I guess like if you want to participate, the others want to participate, please do.
Yeah, just we'll only tabulate those 3 is the...
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
So it's the same link. I am pasting it again down in the chat box.
Saransh, let's just ensure that Kehkashan, Nandini, and Meetali have joined this, okay? Yeah. Do you know which person is joining?
Just a minute.
I'm guessing KK is Kehkashan. Nandini is here. Meetali, are you here? Why can't we see you? Yes, Meetali is here, sorry.
So I have activated the quiz again, and now you can register yourself. So we have Kehkashan, we have Akansha, Nandini, Kehkashan, Bharti, Meetali. 5 participants.
Let's make sure that Kehkashan, Meetali, and Akanksha, Nandini, right, have joined in. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let me know and I'll start the quiz. It's just 3 questions as of now. So.
Okay, I'm doing a countdown, guys. 5, 4, 2, 1. Go, Saransh. What is the name of the earliest European vernacular epic? Your options are Beowulf, Divine Comedy, and Canterbury Tales.
All right, so we have just 3, 2, 1. Yeah. All right, so the correct answer is Beowulf.
Awesome.
Yeah. Let me know when I can go to the next one.
Yeah, just go to the next one.
In case if you have some European vernacular epics, you can just like put them in the chat box. Anyone who is listening, right? Okay. So this is the next question. Which epidemic struck England and continental Europe in 1485, 1508, 1550, 1517, 1528, 1551, then disappeared? And these are some of the common epidemics which were prevalent in Europe or perhaps a region of Europe. The options are dancing plague, sweating sickness, and smallpox. So surprisingly, everyone gave the correct answer. It's sweating sickness. I put dancing plague there as well because amusingly, it is a plague which happened, and everyone started dancing in that plague. Um, um, which plague are you referring to about France?
Yeah, Kehkashan, I think. Dancing plague.
Yeah. France. Yeah. All right.
Go to the next question. The last question in the quiz.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Again, the timer will be there. So the quicker you answer, the better. Okay. This is the next question. Much of what we know as hell today is drawn from this Florentine poet, writer, and philosopher's writings. So there are three names: Leonardo Bruni, Dante Alighieri, and Petrarch. All right, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So the correct answer is Dante, and yeah, I mean, if you know about Dante's Inferno, then you would know that all the depictions of hell, whether it's like burning or like all the horrible things, wonderful depictions though. But yeah, um, quite an interesting um, uh, work. Yeah. So the leadership. Okay. So the top three people who had participated. Um, Kehkashan Bhagat with three like they gave
You can just share the screen.
yeah, let me do that. Yes.
Okay, so I think the answer, the Kehkashan is the winner undoubtedly. Meetali and then Nandini, right? Our two runners up are Meetali and Nandini, and Kehkashan is the winner.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
If you have any doubts, etc., you can actually leave them at on our chat box, and we'll see to it that we.
Thank you so much, Nandini. So, okay, so important request. Kehkashan, Nandini, and Meetali, could you share your email IDs, please, in the chat box right now? We will write to you early next week. And you can tell us what, for Meetali and Nandini, we will send you the codes. And for Kehkashan, we will be sending you the options on what you can pick out of the three prices that we'd offered. Thank you so much, everyone.